Well, let me ask you then. So, considering what your past was with men, what was that like for you? Coming in, and talking to a man. Like, what was that like for you?
I think initially it was uncomfortable and like, but I think what made it comfortable how you had your office set up. Like you had a desk in front of us and you sat behind the desk, which I thought it was impersonable at first. I was like, why is he like that's so like this is not an accountant, you know? But I think the distant brought safety and like I knew that if I was ever uncomfortable, I could run out the door because you wouldn't jump over the desk.
All right, all right. Well, I did that like deliberately,
Really?
right?
Tell me
Yeah,
more.
because the thing is that I've like since I've started counseling like people, and that was in my early 20s.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've always had these interactions with women, right? In the
Mm.
sense that they would either make a pass at me or something like that, or it's or based on their history. It's almost like they would make comments that would lead me to believe that that was their expectation, that something was going to happen.
Mm.
I
Mm-hmm.
had a client. These things are just coming to my mind. I had a client this year,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
We just finished probably a 5 year relationship,
Mm-hmm.
right? And she I think the first or second time we met, like she made it known that she was available, right? Right.
Mm-hmm.
So and I said to her like, okay, like what's going on right now? We just had a good session, like. What's happening? Like, why are we going there? Like, why would you even say that?
Mm-hmm.
She said to me when we were on our last session, she said to me she was so embarrassed when that happened, but she said I was the first man in a position of power that didn't take advantage of her,
Wow.
right? And and she, in whether it's pastors, teachers, professionals, and the thing is, she said I was so embarrassed by the fact that I put myself out there and you shot me down, but it's exactly what I needed,
Mm-hmm.
right? So
Yeah.
so for me, that desk being there was kind of a sign of like, well, I'm gonna be here, you're
Mm-hmm.
gonna be there,
Mm-hmm.
right? So
Mm-hmm.
let's not confuse our relationship,
Yeah.
right? So it's strictly one of a professional one, because I know if I come across the other side of the desk, what could potentially happen, right? I mean, and I,
Yeah.
I also got to use wisdom, right? I also got to use wisdom.
Yeah.
I should write a book on that. You know that, like my interactions with female clients.
You should. I mean, because I never thought of it. Hiring male clinicians now, I think of it, and they're very particular about not scheduling females after a certain time if no one's in the office, and like things that I never would think about. Male clinicians do bring it to my attention now. But yeah, no, you're making a lot of sense. Where I did feel safe because of the desk, although it felt initially was like, but why isn't he on the other side of the desk? But it did make me feel more safe and like considering my history, right? Yeah, and it was never, yeah, I guess that's how, like, just thinking back, I did think of it initially, like, why is he over there? But it did feel safer. Yeah.